Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Still my birthday week, and now it's the start of Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to like the video, share the video, and support. This being my Riverdale review of Riverdale Review and Theory Season 1, Episode 11. And so, next week, I believe that they are actually back doing a weekly episode. So next week will be the killer reveal, at least from what I heard. But because at least what I've been hearing through the grapevines or hearing on the street or wherever the lingo is, but what I've been hearing online as a rumor or confirmed or this or that or whatever, I've actually been busy doing things, so I don't know what exactly is going on, but 100%, whether it's a rumor or whether it's confirmed, next week's episode 12, Killer Reveal. So today, in this review, I will give my final killer suspect list, my top 5, as I was supposed to do each and every week from the start. And I apologize, I did not do that, but I hope to do that. And when I do get a real camera and set it up and actually create videos, I'll actually have a graphic, whether it's what I'm talking about MTV Stream and that new show with new cast and everything, or I'll actually put up stuff on screen like, I don't know, most people do. Make it a bigger, better entertainment. And not just entertainment, but, the way I do things. Like I said, my content I say is good, but people like the other stuff, the flashy stuff too. And I don't blame them, because I like that too when I watch other YouTubers. When they talk about a TV show, or even when they talk about a TV show episode, sometimes they show a scene, not with the audio on, but just showing like a scene or whatever they're talking about. Or if I had a suspect list, I would probably have it like on the right side or something while I'm talking, and showing like boom, 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 1 through 5, like just, stuff like that. Anyways, for this episode, let's get down to the review. And this from an adaptation of Arch for the murder, the 1990 disaster, Archie to Riverdale and back again. A high concept TV movie that finds the gang returning for their 15th year high school reunion. In their adult forms, Archie's a lawyer, Betty's a teacher, Jughead's a psychiatrist, and Veronica's a 4-time divorcee, which is hilarious. So, just saying. But that's just what, comparing from what that was to what this episode with that same title is. So, yes, it's homecoming. Fun times for them. More importantly, it's not to them yet again charged adults of Riverdale, for whom there's little excitement and of a sense Mr. Now, Archie's mom, it turns out, is one of the very few who actually got away, but she instantly recognizes the petty menace she left behind. Yeah, she just noticed what's going on. But moving from Firestar Alice Cooper or must plum Fred, but the real adult in question is Jughead's dad, FP, I guess his name is FP Jones. So thanks to Veronica's statement last week, it looks like Aaron Lodge will be getting off soon. But Ronnie is still curious about his possible ties to Jason's murder, which, I have that in my notes for a reason. Mine is approved, but unfortunately Alice Cooper is on hand to be the poor decision encouraging trainwreck mother figure which Veronica is presently looking for. As Viva and Alice team up to investigate the murder by turning their attention to PF again. Their alliance, unbeknownst to both Betty and Jughead, Veronica decides to recruit Archie to their cause. So that was interesting, seeing them two going through Jughead's dad's home, FP Jones' place, and going through there. Which in the end, it kind of worked, I guess, for them, even though Betty was kind of pissed to look at all sexy and stuff in that dress. And they both did, Veronica and Betty. They both are great. Great looking, great dude. Both of them as actresses are good. I might have seen them in a tag team at Playboy. But beyond that, great stuff there. But for the sake of Jughead's objection, Archie only agrees to help once Jughead reveals he's considering moving back, and he was thinking of moving back home, or they're probably found together. Now, when they had that moment in the truck, And I'm just pausing here for my notes. But when they had that moment in the truck where where Jughead says, "Hey, I want us to be a family again, or at least me," that might not be exact words, but I'm just paraphrasing here. That's what he wants. And he's kind of being vulnerable there because usually Jughead doesn't share feelings. As even said in last week's episode about, if anything, his only true friends are that he would want to hang out with is Betty and Archie. Everybody else is just jabronis to him, to use that word, I guess. But him doing the revote with his father, saying, "Hey, I want to be back. I want us to have a home." And then his father said, "Well, I got one even better. Why don't we all be back together?" Him, Jughead's mom, Shelly Bean, I guess is his sister's name, and everybody be back together as a familia. But if they're going to be back together, they're going to be somewhere else. So he still wants to leave, which makes him more of a suspect. Why does he want to leave? Or early in this episode, when he is telling Jughead, when Jughead's sort of wanting to write about Jason Bourne's murder, who did it? And he even said, "Well, the question really isn't who did it," even though that is the question. That's what the whole show is based around. So, but anyways, no. The point was, he said it's not really who did it, but more like, "Oh, why?" And isn't that the case? Isn't always why? Isn't why even the bigger question than who? Even though who should be the biggest question because you want to find out who did something, whether it's simple theft or robbery, or in this case in the show, murder of a person. So usually the who does matter because it's the biggest thing. But beyond that, in any case, the why. Why did they do that? What drove them to do this or drove them to do that? Why? Why? Like we hear about all those with that mass shootings, whether it was in church or movie theater years ago. And that was years ago because that Colorado movie theater shooting, the movie that was playing or was supposed to be playing was Batman Dark Knight Rises, I think it was. So, yeah, that's making me feel old. And I just turned 29 a few days ago on Tuesday. Days ago here this week, still my birthday week, starting my birthday weekend. And it'll finish off with a bang with WWE Payback on Sunday night. So, there we go. But anyways, moving back into the actual TV show. Plans that Archie and Veronica will break into the house during a decoy dinner Alice has arranged for the Cooper girls and Jones boys for the big dance. See, it was something that she not. Yeah, I'll talk about that later when we get to that scene. So I'm ahead of myself. But he suspects that the dinner is a trap for Alice to interrogate FP, which is exactly right because that's how she is. Mrs. Cooper questions everything from FP's employment history to his order and anything in between that can possibly trigger the serpent to reveal a motive to kill Jason. The journalistic momentum is already fairly awful, and it takes another hit when Hal Cooper arrives to join the table. See, he's back because he's awesome. He's still in my top 10, but anyways, Archie. Yeah, no, Archie and Veronica. Yeah, got that right. Who seem like they're a couple now. Being Detective Suits there, didn't find anything while going in the house. So they tell them. They try to tell Betty, even though Betty's pissed, and she even looks sexier when she's upset. Betty, and maybe even the actress herself, like I said, Veronica and Betty, the actresses, but might seeing them together shooting Playboy or something. Penthouse Playboy, probably go with Playboy. They are the kings of the ring in that way, just like WWE is in wrestling and like the NFL is in the pro sports. So, just an idea. It's like Bella Thorne, who was in Playboy, but that was during the short time period where they didn't do full nudes. Maybe she needs to come back sometime soon. I mean, she's the one who just dissed her time in Disney Channel, so might as well continue that even more. Anyway, but Trolls aside, it's relatively funny, though. It is relatively funny, however, that everybody is desperate to the fact that, like 3 weeks ago, she and Jughead were the shit. The only people trying to solve the murder. Nonetheless, Jughead eventually joins the trio out in the hallway And when the whole plan is revealed, Jughead unfairly loops Betty in with Veronica and Archie's scheme, thinking that, she planned it. She was the one that planned the meeting when it really was Betty's mom, Mrs. Cooper. It wasn't Betty herself. Betty was the one that was trying to get away from it because she knew it was a trap for her mom to interrogate Jughead's dad, Eppy Jones. When in the end, not only was that the case, it was also to have him away so that her new associate and her man, Veronica and Archie, search his house, which again, they didn't find anything. And in the end, it works in a route because in the end, the cops were sure to search. So they go over there, search it after Veronica and Archie were there, searching it, didn't find anything. And now they find in a lockbox, this lockbox thing that is whatever. But anyways, they find the murder weapon, essentially, the gun that killed Jason. But it wasn't there when they were there. And Archie says that to Betty after, it's found out that F.P. Jones has been arrested and Chuck gets pissed off. But I don't think he did it. And you know what? I don't even think he might be in my top 5. You'll have to wait to find out. But the way they tried to push it so hard that it was him, just like I was talking about in that one episode, how they're pushing it so much to be Betty in her psychotic night. I think that was last week. Because she has that other side of her. I think that cancels those two out. I don't think they are it. They might be on my top 5, but if anything, they'll be in the low half of that. But Polly's been on her own mission with the Blossoms, prayed and restless inside with their empty action, where she continues her one-man spy job to find information. It's just certainly interesting. She finds a room full of wigs. A mannequin had a ridiculous set that we never discuss again. And in doing so, is spotted by Cliff Blossom, and is photographed by Penelope. She gives Polly a milkshake and backhands her, exploring, giving her best cause with warning. The East Wing, where Mr. Blossom and I have our sleeping quarters, is out of bounds. Yeah, that reminded me of Beauty and the Beast. That was lovely. But soon, Cheryl and Polly are back in the wig room, getting all ready for the dance. And, this whatever. Cheryl accidentally finds the engagement ring that Jason gave Polly, and it triggers her. Polly says the only way the Blossoms got it is if they took it from Jason's dead body. Penelope, in our most Penelope move yet, makes up a very obvious lie about how they were previously given to it. And then they drug Polly, knocking her out and ruining Shoshan's control queen. Yeah, I know, it sucks. And then Cheryl says that she threw it in the toilet. And that it was gone, and that she thought, and that she did good, right? And she was even asking her parents if she did something wrong, but no. But she kept it. But why would she want to keep that? That, my friends, is the question. Yeah, wait, what happened there? No, just kidding. I'm just reading this other article. I was just reading this article here after I finished my notes, because I had my notes here typed up, and then I saw a different article on the side on a different tab. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm reading something. Well, why would that be a surprise? Nathan Fillion's not supposed to be a regular there. I don't know why that's controversial or fan frenzy surrounding the new episode of Modern Family here. Nathan Fillion wasn't supposed to be a regular, unless maybe he was planning to be. Yeah, they are so key together, and that's the end game. Why is there? I'm sorry. Oh, I get it. It's fan frenzy on that side because they want that, not that they were surprised by. Okay, I'll talk about this to myself later. But anyway, thanks those that are watching live and watch archive here for my Riverdale review. I might talk about Modern Family in a different video if I do. I will at some point, obviously. I love the show. But here is my top 5 before I leave. My final concrete Etch-a-Sketch written in stone more so than Etch-a-Sketch because that's not what Etch-a-Sketch is used for. But anyways, my top 5 for the killer list for Riverdale. 5 is going to go Betty. 4, Veronica. 3, Veronica's father. 2, Veronica's dad. And number 1, who I think killed Jason for interesting reasons, we'll just say. Polly want a cracker? Polly. You think that excuse me, you think Betty has an evil side of somewhat of a sexy evil side? Well, just wait until you see Polly's evil side, which we haven't even seen yet really too much. We saw that look when Cheryl was trying to give her that warning, quote unquote. And they are sisters, right? Doesn't mean they share everything. But as much as the writers tried to make it look like Betty could have been one because she has that dark side, but at least Betty is better able to control it because of the friend that she keeps. Polly, on the other hand, is an outcast on her in her own right through different means of reasonings that she doesn't have that support to calm it down. And especially if something triggers her or pisses her off, you never know what she's capable of for sure, both of them, but more so on Polly's side. So the Master Detective Sleuth that I think I am, going to be my official pick, my final pick. You can take it here to the end of the episodes and the end of this series, or to next week when the killer reveal will happen. At least that's what I've been told. If not, then 2 episodes from this one, the 11th one, that actually is the season finale, will be the reveal. But I think people are saying it's this one, and then the finale for the season will just set up things for the next season, as any finale should, obviously. But I'm just saying that seems like how it's going to go. So thank you for everybody that's stopping by. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Stay safe, have fun. I know I will be having fun continuing to celebrate my 29th birthday and watching the NFL draft. My team hasn't drafted yet, the Packers. We're the first pick here in the second round. We traded out. So I got that to watch this weekend, tonight and this weekend. And then Sunday, WWE Payback pay-per-view. So take care. Or no, before that, stay safe, have fun, enjoy your weekend. Whatever you're doing, campfires, going out on a date with somebody, going out drinks, doing whatever, friends, family, however, whatever. Stay safe, have fun. And as always, take care.